video of trigonometric short tricks. I have made one more video on short tricks to learn trigonometric formulae, and you can access that by the link provided in the description box. This is another video in which I am going to talk about a short trick to learn trigonometric identities. As there are several trigonometric identities that you need to learn, and it will be really beneficial to have a short trick to remember all those identities. So let's get started. So first we need to draw a hexagon. As you know, a hexagon has 6 sides and 6 vertices. So we draw a hexagon like this, and we will start with this vertex over here and write our first trigonometric function, that is tan. One thing that we need to remember is we always start with this vertex and then we move in clockwise direction like this. Now there is one formula that we have used several times that we remember it completely now, and that is tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. We will use this formula to fill up the vertices in the hexagon. As tan equal to sin by cos, so here we write tan equal to sin by cos. Now on the next vertex we write cot opposite to tan, and then on the next vertex over here we write all the trigonometric identities starting with C, and only cosec is left, so we write cosec here, and then we are only left with the trigonometric function sec, so we write sec over here. So this is how we need to make our hexagon. Now you can see tan is directly opposite to cot, sin is directly opposite to cosec, and sec is directly opposite to cos. In the center we write the number 1. Now using the diagonals we are going to learn some trigonometric identities. As tan is opposite to cot, this means that tan theta times cot theta is equal to 1. As sin is opposite to cosec, that means that sin theta dot cosec theta is equal to 1. And similarly sec theta multiplied by cos theta is equal to 1. Now you can also change this identity into other forms. As tan theta times cot theta is equal to 1, we can also say that tan theta is equal to 1 over cot theta. Similarly, sin theta is equal to 1 over cosec theta, and cos theta is equal to 1 over secant theta. So here you see 6 trigonometric identities using just one hexagon. Let's move on, as there are a lot more trigonometric identities that you can learn with this trick. Again we draw the hexagon starting with this vertex. We write tan over here. Tan is equal to sin over cos. Now opposite tan we have to write cot, and then come all the c's together, so here we write cosec and then sec. Drawing the diagonals and writing 1 in the middle. Now it's time to learn other trigonometric identities. Going in clockwise direction and starting with tan, we get the identity tan theta is equal to sin theta over cos theta. That is, first function is equal to second by third. Similarly, we can write sin theta is equal to cos theta by cot theta. First function is equal to second by third. Similarly, cos theta is equal to cot theta by cosec theta. So cot theta will be equal to cosec theta by sec theta. Now cosec theta will be sec theta by tan theta. So there's another set of trigonometric identities that you have just learned. Just by going in the clockwise direction, you will get so many identities. Let's move on to trick 3. Again, we start by drawing the hexagon and writing tan over here at this vertex. Tan is equal to sine by cos. Then opposite tan we write cotangent. Remember, tan is opposite to cotangent. Then cosec and then sec. Drawing the diagonals and writing one in the center. Now again going in the clockwise direction like this. Now we see that the first function times the third function is equal to the second. That means tan times cos is equal to sine. Let's try once again. Cos times cosec is equal to cot. That is first function times the third function will give you the second function. One more. Cot times sec is equal to cosec. And then sec times sine will give you tan theta. So this is another way in which you have learned 4 more trigonometric identities. Let's move on to trick number 4. Again we draw the hexagon and write tan over this vertex. Tan is equal to sine over cos. Now opposite tangent we write cotangent and then we write cosec, as all c's need to come together, and then we write the last trigonometric function, that is secant, over here. Drawing the diagonals and writing one in the center. Now if you go from sine to cos in the clockwise direction, you will see that there's another trigonometric identity. Sine theta is equal to cos of 90 degrees minus theta. Similarly, tan theta is equal to cot 90 degrees minus theta, and sec theta is equal to cosec 90 degrees minus theta. So we are looking at the trigonometric functions horizontally and not diagonally. Let's start with another trick. Here again we draw the hexagon and we write the trigonometric function tan on this vertex. Tan is equal to sine over cos. Opposite tangent we have to write cotangent, and then all c's come together, so here we have to write cosec, and then we are left with just secant, and then drawing the diagonals, writing one at the center. How many triangles do you see in this hexagon? 6, right? But we need to focus only on 3 triangles. So one is this, the other here, and the third here. This triangle and going in the clockwise direction once again. We can say that as we are starting with 1, so 1 is equal to sine square theta plus cos square theta. Now again looking at this triangle and going in clockwise direction, we are starting with cosec, then cosec square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta. And in this triangle again going in the clockwise direction, tan square theta plus 1 is equal to sec square theta. So these are really important trigonometric identities which you will use in several of your trigonometric questions. One more thing to remember here, if you forget where to go in which direction, You can always remember that cot square theta plus 1 gives you cosec square theta. Similarly, tan square theta plus 1 will give you sec square theta. So there's a similarity here. After the equal to sign, either we are writing sec square theta or cosec square theta. And with 1 we are writing plus cot square theta and plus tan square theta. As cot and tangent both are opposite to each other and they are coming on the same side of the equal to sign, this might be one more trick to remember these two formulae. So these were all the trigonometric identities. I hope you liked watching this video and learned some short tricks. Thanks for watching this video and I'll see you again in the next.